Hi, I'm Nora. I work as an associate editor at Horizon Publishing, where I spend my days polishing other people's stories while my own gathers dust in the bottom drawer of my desk. That's the thing about life. Sometimes your own narrative gets put on hold, just like this scar on my right hand. Most people notice it right away, this jagged line stretching from my wrist to my middle finger. I usually wear long sleeves to hide it, but summer events make that impossible. It happened when I was 17, I explained to my coworker Derek as we set up for the summer literary showcase. When my dad died, my stepmother Vivian decided I wasn't part of the package deal anymore. That's messed up, Nora. Oh, it gets better. She and her new husband Trent packed up one night while I was at school. When I came home, the locks were changed. I broke a window trying to get in. That's how I got this. I flexed my scarred hand. They took everything. Dad's money, the house, even my college fund. Left me with nothing but this lovely souvenir. Derek whistled low. And no one did anything? By the time the authorities got involved, they'd disappeared. I bounced around foster care until I aged out. The conversation died as guests started arriving. Literary events are strange beasts. Part networking, part pretension, all awkward. I was arranging author placards when someone approached. Excuse me, is Thelma Garrison scheduled to speak tonight? I turned to find myself looking up at probably the most handsome man I'd ever seen in real life. Tall, with dark eyes that actually seemed interested in my answer. Yes. She's our keynote at 8. Are you a fan? He smiled. You could say that. I'm Marcus, by the way. Nora. I extended my hand without thinking, then realized too late it was my scarred one. He took it without hesitation. That's when Cassandra Williams, our marketing director, swooped in like a designer-clad vulture. Marcus, there you are. I've been looking everywhere for you. She shot me a look that could curdle milk. I see you've met one of our staff? The way she said staff made it sound like trash. Nora was just helping me with the schedule, Marcus said, not releasing my hand. Cassandra eyed my scar with exaggerated concern. Oh dear, what happened there? Industrial accident? Before I could respond, Marcus stepped in. I think scars tell interesting stories. They show survival. Cassandra smiled tightly. Well, I should show you to the VIP section. After she dragged him away, Derek sidled up. Do you know who that was? Some friend of the Ice Queens? That was Marcus Reeves. He runs Apex Media Group. They own like half the publishing houses in the country, including ours. My stomach dropped. Great job, Nora. Babbling to the big boss. Later, as I was gathering empty glasses, Marcus reappeared. I was wondering if you'd like to grab coffee sometime? I nearly dropped the tray. Me? Unless you know another Nora with a captivating smile and excellent taste in literature. Behind him, Cassandra was staring daggers at me. I'd like that, I said, surprising myself. As he walked away, I felt something I hadn't in years, a little flicker of hope. Dangerous, I know. Hope hasn't exactly been my friend. But maybe, just maybe, my story wasn't finished after all. 3 months into dating Marcus, I still couldn't believe my luck. We were having dinner at his penthouse when he dropped a bombshell. I should probably clarify something. I'm not just from the company. I'm actually the CEO of Apex Media Group. My fork clattered against the plate. The parent company that owns Horizon? Among others, yes. I'm sorry I wasn't up front sooner. So that night at the showcase, you weren't just some random literary fan? I was checking on our new acquisition. Then I got distracted by a fascinating editor with a scarred hand. At work, whispers followed me through the office. Cassandra had been busy. Gold digger with a mysterious past, I overheard from the break room. Derek caught up with me near the elevators. Ignore those vultures. They're just jealous. Easy for you to say. Your personal life isn't office entertainment. Have you seen the company newsletter? Cassandra wrote this piece about maintaining professional boundaries that's clearly about you. 2 weeks later, Marcus invited me to the annual Literary Foundation Gala. I wore a midnight blue gown that strategically covered my scar. You look stunning, Marcus whispered as we entered. That's when I saw them. Vivian and Trent. My blood turned to ice. Are you okay? You look like you've seen a ghost. Two, actually. My former stepmother and her husband, the ones who abandoned me. We approached their table. Vivian looked right through me at first. Then a flicker of recognition crossed her face before she masked it. Hello, I don't believe we've met. I'm Vivian Clark. You know exactly who I am, Vivian. Trent shifted uncomfortably. I'm sorry, miss. You must be confused. The night you changed the locks, I cut my hand breaking in. Remember? You stepped over me bleeding on the porch while loading the last suitcases. Vivian's face hardened. Then she noticed Marcus. Her expression transformed instantly. Nora, oh my goodness, is that really you? She attempted to hug me. I stepped back. We've been looking everywhere for you. Save it. You disappeared with my college fund 10 years ago. There's been a terrible misunderstanding. Trent, isn't this wonderful? We found our dear Nora. Marcus placed his hand protectively on my back. I'm Marcus Reeves. Vivian's eyes widened. The Marcus Reeves? What a small world. Nora is practically my daughter. That's not how I remember it, I said. When Dad died, you told me I wasn't your problem anymore. Water under the bridge. We should catch up properly. After all, we're family. I felt sick. We're not family. We never were. Vivian clutched my arm as we turned to leave. I've changed, Nora. Let me make things right. After 10 years? What's really going on, Vivian? Can't a mother want to reconnect with her daughter? You were never my mother, and I'm not the abandoned teenager anymore. The week after the gala, Derek dropped a file on my desk during lunch break. You won't believe what I found. Your stepmother, Vivian, and her husband are broke. They've filed for bankruptcy twice in the last year. I flipped through the documents. How did you get this? I have friends in finance journalism. Trent's real estate business tanked. They're desperate for cash. That explains the sudden family reunion. I pushed away my sandwich, appetite gone. They probably Googled me and found out about Marcus. It gets worse. Guess who I saw having lunch yesterday? Cassandra and your stepmother? You're kidding. Thick as thieves. Looked like they were plotting something. That afternoon, my inbox filled with meeting requests from departments I never worked with. Someone had circulated an anonymous email questioning my qualifications. By Friday, whispers followed me everywhere. She's using him for his money. I heard she has a criminal record. Marcus deserves better. I confronted Cassandra in the break room. I know what you're doing. I have no idea what you mean. Teaming up with Vivian, spreading rumors. She stirred her coffee slowly. Your stepmother is concerned about Marcus. So am I. He's making a terrible mistake. Stay out of my life. Marcus built this company from nothing. I won't let some nobody with a sob story and a scarred hand take advantage of him. Despite everything, Marcus stood by me. One night, after a particularly brutal day of office politics, he surprised me with dinner at the spot where we'd had our first date. I've been thinking, he said, reaching for my hand across the table. About what? How much I love you. He pulled out a small velvet box. Nora, will you marry me? My heart stopped. You know what they're saying about me. I don't care what anyone says. Cassandra and Vivian are working together to destroy my reputation. Let them try. He opened the box, revealing a stunning emerald ring. You're the strongest person I know. Your past, your scars. They made you who you are. I could barely speak. Yes. The news of our engagement sent shockwaves through the office. Derek congratulated me with a hug and a USB drive. Wedding present. Early, I know. That night, I plugged it in. What I found made my blood boil. Legal documents proving Vivian and Trent had forged my father's will, embezzling not just my college fund, but my entire inheritance. That's criminal, Marcus said, reviewing the evidence. There's more, I replied, showing him the second folder Derek had included. Financial records showing Cassandra has been skimming from the marketing budget for years, almost $500,000. Marcus looked stunned. I trusted her. They all underestimated me. They thought I was just some damaged girl who got lucky. I called Derek, my mind racing with possibilities. I need your help with something. The plan is already in motion. Marcus's assistant is on board too. We'll announce your engagement party for next month. Perfect timing. That gives us 4 weeks to gather everything we need. Are you sure about this? It'll get ugly. They took everything from me once. I won't let them do it again. The next day, Vivian called, her voice syrupy sweet. Darling, I heard the wonderful news. I always knew you'd make a good match. Thank you, Vivian. Actually, we'd love for you and Trent to attend the engagement party. We wouldn't miss it for the world. After all, I should be the one to give you away. I gripped the phone tighter. Wouldn't miss that for the world. The Plaza Hotel ballroom sparkled with champagne flutes and designer dresses for our engagement party. Vivian and Trent arrived early, working the room like they belonged. There's my beautiful girl! Vivian air-kissed my cheeks. I've been telling everyone how proud I am of my stepdaughter. Have you now? That's touching. Marcus squeezed my hand. Everything ready? Just waiting for Cassandra. She arrived fashionably late in a red dress that screamed desperation, eyeing me with barely concealed contempt. When the time came for speeches, Marcus clinked his glass. Thank you all for coming. Before I toast my beautiful fiancé, Nora has something to share. I took the microphone, heart pounding. Most of you know I have a scar on my hand. What you don't know is how I got it. The room quieted. 10 years ago, my father died unexpectedly. The same night, my stepmother Vivian and her husband Trent changed the locks on our family home while I was at school. I cut my hand breaking a window to get my things. Vivian laughed nervously. Darling, why bring up ancient history at your engagement? Because it's not history. It's happening right now. I nodded to Derek, who started the projector. These are documents proving Vivian and Trent forged my father's will, stealing my entire inheritance. Gasps rippled through the crowd. Trent turned white. This money wasn't just a college fund. It was millions that my father left specifically for me. These documents are clearly fake, Vivian sputtered. Nora has always been troubled making up stories. The police don't think they're fake. They've already frozen your accounts. Trent grabbed Vivian's arm. We need to leave. Now. Not so fast, Marcus said as 2 security guards blocked the exit. The authorities would like a word? I turned to Cassandra, who was inching toward the door. Oh, and Cassandra? Don't think I forgot about you. The second slide appeared. Detailed financial records. For 3 years, Cassandra has been embezzling from Apex Media's marketing budget. Nearly $500,000. Cassandra's face contorted with rage. You little nobody! You think you can ruin me? You did that yourself. The FBI is very interested in your offshore accounts. As security escorted her out, Marcus took the microphone. Anyone else have concerns about my choice of bride? Silence. Good. He took my scarred hand in his. This hand tells a story of survival, of strength. He slid the emerald ring onto my finger. And now, it tells our story too. 3 months later, Vivian and Trent pleaded guilty to fraud and theft. They received 5 years probation and were ordered to repay every penny plus interest. Last I heard, they're working minimum wage jobs in separate states. Cassandra wasn't so lucky. Embezzlement from a publicly traded company carried serious federal charges. She's serving 3 years in a minimum security prison. Our wedding was small, just friends who stood by us. No dramatic revelations, just promises. You know, Marcus said during our first dance, most people get rings on their wedding day. You got justice. Justice looks good on me. Not as good as that dress. I laughed, feeling the weight of the past finally lift. My hand still bears the scar, but now it's just another chapter in a much better story. What would you have done if you were in Nora's position? Would you have exposed Vivian and Trent publicly, or would you have confronted them privately? Is public humiliation a justified punishment for those who abandoned and stole from you? Or is it going too far? Share your thoughts in the comments below. If you enjoyed this revenge story of justice served, hit that like button and subscribe for more stories that show karma catching up to those who deserve it. New stories every day.